Hi, Patty. I hope you're doing well and hanging in there with the move. It is crazy. Give yourself lots of grace. I wanted to just go over this really, really brief PowerPoint with you with some new things that we've added. As mentioned, Kylie started the Google Doc sheet for you with all the approvals, and she was going to put pricing in there as well, so we can go over that. Um, so this is the built-in, and this is how it will look. It's taller than this right here, so there are more shelves, but I love that. I would not do adjustable shelves. Christina put that in there as an option, but I would have it look very much like this, even with this hardware and these two knobs, and then with the lights above. The carpenter said that because this is 10 feet and he had figured 8 feet, it might be a little bit more expensive. So we'll just have to review that if you decide to move forward. As mentioned, I think I had mentioned the pendant lights being really important. This is really important too. I think this is going to make your space feel very custom, um, and not just regular. So I adore this and adore this. I just think it's amazing. It is expensive, but I think it will really make a huge difference and we can save in other places. And I'll mention those as we go along. So the fireplace, this is the dimensions that I got when I measured, and this is what yours will look like. There is a little bit of a space on each side, which is great. And then we have a 75-inch TV here shown. So that's, from there to there, for the Samsung. And I think that would be really, really great. We're going to keep the existing fireplace and this kind of surround that's there. So that will work out really, really well. Let us know your thoughts on these. I'd love to get on the carpenter's schedule, if you approve. So Christina put into plan this particular sofa. Well, this was the original one with the chaise. And then I asked her to do the L. So this one here is the L shape, but stops here. The other L that's almost like a sofa this way and a sofa that way, doesn't fit. So this one I think is great. I think it gives you some breathing room here so it doesn't block so much the flow of the sliders and that glass panel. So I kind of love that. This whole thing can be pushed back a bit if we want. But I think this is a really, really beautiful look. Love, love, love this. I'm thinking neutral. I have a bunch of the samples. On Thursday, I'm going to bring everything, the fabric, the samples. I'll leave everything for you in case you're not there when we're there. But I love this. I have the rug sample. And then the bobbin chair, I got the wood sample, so we can compare it to this and we can figure out what looks best with the coffee table. Here we have a 42-inch round, which I think would be really great. And I'm wondering if another material other than wood might be great. Like maybe it's metal and maybe it has some kind of a stone top, or maybe it's just metal. Let's talk about that, but we can definitely look at different options for there. So again, the sofa that we put in that works size-wise is this, which is kind of an L. Let us know your thoughts on that. I love it. I think it's really, really beautiful. And then I asked Christina to put into plan some much less expensive options for the retreat room. And what we did was, so this is 6 penny, and it's very, very reasonable. It's the Sloan slip cover. Sorry about that. And this is 83. So this is like 7 feet. And then we have two floor lamps here and here. And this is an ottoman. We could do a little drink table. And this will be a table and not a desk. But this just gives you a sense of what that could look like, and very, very reasonably priced. So this is from Interior Define, and this is 83 inches here. So this is around the 7 feet-ish. sofa as well. And I put an ottoman. I thought it would be kind of fun to be able to put your feet up on. But this could also be a small round drink table. We'd do a rug in here, and this would be like either some type of storage or a console or something over here. I think that could be beautiful with a tall floor tree or something and some plants. I love it. I think it's beautiful. And again, we have the kind of linen-y looking performance fabric for here. I think that would be great. So for here, this is for the loft, and Christina put in a sofa. So this right here is 96, so it's 8 feet long here. And then we have your 2 chairs here with a little table in between. We have a small chest here, and then we have a hutch here. Not sure if you need that or want that. This would be taller, so it doesn't kind of compete with this. And this is that round, the 36-inch table with a couple of chairs around it. We could also do a bench if you wanted, and then just have 2 chairs. So let us know your thoughts on that. This, I think, is a really pretty sofa. It comes in all different colors. It comes in that beautiful blue that we looked at. If you like that sofa, I'll get samples of that for us. But this is it right here. Super, super pretty. It's very, very reasonable. So I think it's a great option for the loft room with your chairs. I think would be great. This is another sofa from West Elm. I think it looks really comfortable. It's 92, so it's in the 8-foot range. It's right here. Again, we have your 2 chairs and a drink table and then a little round table, the same kind of thing. So let's talk a little bit more about that. So in the Google Doc sheet that Kylie started, we started adding your approvals. Would love to have you confirm those. We'll invoice you and we'll order those unless you want to order them, which is totally fine. You just would need to track them and do all of that kind of stuff. So we wanted to go with this table in the Seadrift, which I think would be great. I think you want these pendants, which I think will be fabulous. And this light for over the table in the 2 light, which I think is super, super pretty. So this is what we have so far. We have the lion table. We have 4 of these chairs. We have 4 of the counter stools that work with this. We have 2 of these end chairs, and there's 2 different options for the fabric here. They're all performance and perennials, which is a really, really good performance. This is called an Oxford stripe. I think it's really pretty. It's very, very simple. The other option was just like almost like a whitish color, which I think is pretty too. So let us know which ones you prefer. For your bedroom, we have the bed added there. We're going to check out on Thursday the light options. We have this rug for the family room, which is beautiful. I got a sample of it. And then we have 2 of these nightstands with the Carrera top, and then this dresser with the Carrera top in there as well. So that's what we have so far. We also have the medicine cabinet, not medicine cabinets, the mirrors for the bathrooms, which are, let me just see where I put those. They're here somewhere. They're the rounded right here. We are ordering the tile for your bathroom and reached out to this tile right here, right here. We reached out to our tile person to get a price on doing that in the primary bathroom wall. We're going to add this chair to it, which I love, and the woods go really, really great with it. Let's pick out the fabric for there. You had mentioned maybe doing something a little different versus what we're doing on the sofa. And then in terms of the lights for here, I had mentioned that we can definitely just do 1 light. The only thing with that is that we would need to have the electrician disconnect these and then cap them. And then we would need to have them take the wire and bring it over here. So it's more expensive, but definitely doable. So we would also need to have a painter patch this and paint this, which we're going to have them painted anyway, but there just need to be some other stuff happening. So let me know your thoughts. This is the wallpaper for the vanity wall in the powder room. And then we have the David Kahai wallpaper for the foyer. And then I have a whole bunch of samples to show you for all the other spaces. We're going to paint Dennis's room, and then we're going to review Liana's room. And the loft, I'm going to find a chest for you for there and a coffee table. And that's what we're doing so far. I'm going to find a wood foyer table or a metal table for the foyer. So let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you want us to order, if you want to order, and then we will get going on this. We'll invoice you for what we're going to order or purchase, and then we'll order. Sounds so exciting. It's going to be amazing.